What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the best podcast on planet Earth. I'm joined by my co-host once again, as you can see right next to me, Cleopatra. So hopefully get some questions out of her. But today's guest, everybody, is Thando Mahbena, aka T, aka Mr. Pambi Worldwide. So how are we going today, bro? You good?
What's up, boss man? I appreciate the introduction. I'm doing fantastic. And yourself? Oh,
Yeah.
can't forget Cleopatra. How you doing?
Yeah. Good, good. Get some words from her. Yeah, sweet. She's not feeling
Got it.
it today. Bro,
Got it.
what's
Got it.
what's up with the Mickey Mouse tee, dude? That looks pretty unique.
This is actually a custom piece I had made for me by a local brand called Rider Storm. The dude's name is Zach Patterson, so you should check out Rider Storm on Instagram. But he was actually him and his mom are actually the ones who handmade our first Pambi collection.
Oh, real. Yeah. So Pambi, for everybody listening, is his what is it? It's like a clothing label slash collective.
Slash entertainment. So the thing is, right? I'll break it down from the start, right? So Pambi itself is a Zulu abbreviation of the word Pambili, and that word Pambili means to push forward. And the message we're trying to, present to the people is that no matter what, keep pushing, keep going forward, because the only way you can do 1,000-mile journey is by taking one step at a time. What we are in essence is we're like trying to sell people like a lifestyle, or not sell, but like create a lifestyle. So it's a clothing brand, right? First and foremost, it's a clothing brand because I don't know, I love fashion, I love clothing. And I feel like you can really tell a lot about how someone presents themselves or what they're into based on certain aspects of their style. So that's a big part of our brand. And then on the other side, we have music and entertainment, and it's not limited to just like rap or R&B or singing and stuff. It's like video works, artwork, like all that type of stuff. Because I'm trying, or what my personal vision is, I was trying to incorporate everything that unites us as a youth or as a people, and turn it into a brand, turn it into something that people can like rock and represent. So that if
Y-
somebody sees young Vlad and Palmy, they can be like, "Oh, I know he's into this and this."
Yeah. So is that like, do you run that on your own, or you doing it with some of your boys, or what?
No, so the common misconception is that like this is my own thing. So I'm the CEO. So I will be 100% like it was my idea first. Oh no, it wasn't like my idea, but I was the author of that idea, like that put it into action. But I learned, and this was, through my own self development, is that you can only win when you want your brothers to win, type of thing. So it's my cousin. Pretty much we grew up together. Kid Ray is his rap name. That's he's known for globally. So it's him, and then another good friend of mine. I'd say one of my best friends at this point, Abil Beery. His name on IG is Father Bill. If anyone wants to check him out, very stylish dude. But yeah, it's a little trio of us. Ray's like in charge of the more music and entertainment style. Abil's kind of like he's like the face. Anything you see online, Pambi, I'd say 8 times out of 10 will be him. And I'm more like I'm the designer, the back door. I like
Right.
I set the vision, and them boys are the executors.
Yeah, I feel you. And I recently saw that like crazy stuff, man. You had Denzel Curry and Freddie Gibbs rocking the
I know,
line.
right?
How did that come about? That's crazy. Hats off.
Bro, let me tell you something. Glory to God, man, but none of that was me. None of that was me. That was straight up Ray and the Bill, and then some of the other Palmby gangs. Because in Palmby, right, we have our main so we have the main people, in charge of the music, designs, all that type of stuff. But when we first started Palmby, we started off as a rap group in 2018, and there was like 12 of us, right? Or 12 to 14. That's a lot of niggas. So them boys, we got placement at Soundsplash and then like a couple other shows. And then by chance, I don't even know how it happened. All I know is that the amount of, talking you hear from me, they do the same, maybe even more. And it ended up getting them in the right spot with the right people. And now we got Denzel Curry rocking our stuff.
That's
Freddie
crazy, bro.
Gibbs.
Were you rapping on stage at Soundsplash?
I wasn't able to, unfortunately.
And like, so you were saying Palmby kind of like almost a cultural kind of movement for the youth, I guess. So
Mm.
What was some of the influences on the brand? Like, I don't know, when I'm looking at Pambi, I'm kind of getting a little bit of that ASAP vibe. Is that an influence of yours or not?
Very big. So I'll tell you the direct influences. So yes, ASAP is one of the big influences. How it's like it started off as a group of homies and then became a bunch of rappers. And then on top of that, weirdly enough, Louis Vuitton, Virgil Abloh, and Prada, because not many people know this. Louis Vuitton was started by a homeless dude.
I did not know that.
Like, yeah, no, the more you know. I only found this out recently. I'm not gonna lie, but I just like Louis as a brand. But then the more I started looking into these brands, I found that like this whole aesthetic that they're portraying now, that was their original vision. Like this whole luxury or bouginess that everyone portrays Louis as, that wasn't their original vision.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, the ASAP, Louis, and Prada, those are my big inspirations.
Yeah, yeah, cool. Because I look at the main Palm logo with the P, going like both sides, obviously
Mm.
reminiscent of like I don't know Chanel, some kind of Gucci logos as well. So it definitely has that more luxury look to it. I haven't actually put my hands on a Palm piece yet, but I can tell just like you can tell just looking at some
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
clothes that they better feel rather than that sort of like Gildan fit.
Oh, buddy, you tell me where you stay and we'll get some too.
Oh, dude, I
Get this, right?
appreciate. Yeah,
Get this. Some people criticize us, and they're like, "Man, why do you guys only release like one piece every couple months?" Because even just for these hoodies now, this shit took 6 months of development. Being like, "No, I don't like the way this feels. I need it heavier. I need it lighter." Like we're meticulous with our shit.
I love that, bro. I love that a lot. That just shows dedication and quality to the craft, man. Hats off to
I
that. I love
appreciate it,
that.
man. I appreciate it.
And also, I had a look on your website, and I know that you do this personally, but I'm not sure if this is like a Palmby thing that you do as well. But sneaker selling. You're pretty into reselling sneakers, right?
Dude, I'm a sneakerhead, man. And the thing is, it's actually like a terrible addiction. Some people got crack, some people got heroin. For me, it's
how,
bad
how
financial decisions.
how much money you think you splashing out on your sneakers?
Is my mom or my girl gonna see this?
No,
But
no.
the matter of fact, I got my collection right here, or a good chunk of it. I'd say, I'll tell you about my recent spending, right?
Yeah, go.
So, um, before all the Pambi projects, I was super frugal because I was like, okay, this money needs to go to the project. This money needs to go to the project, and then we're under 25, man. Shit is expensive. So I never spent any money.
Yeah, yeah.
But when I started getting like a little bit of expendable income, I
Straight to
spent
the
like
collection, right?
1.8, bro.
Damn, just like straight on
Just
what?
like that. Just shoes.
That's
And
not
the
so.
maddest part is, bro, this one pair of shoes, right? The is the shoes I was wearing when I met Freddie Gibbs in Brisbane, the Lightnings. I got those the cheap price too. This is the cheap price, $320.
That's not cheap, man.
No, bro, that's the cheap price. Because when I went to Brisbane, I went to this sneaker store. It's called Exclusive. Like Australia is crazy, man. But I went
Yeah,
to the sneaker store called Exclusive, and I was like, "Oh, bro, I got a good chunk of the shoes you got here. What's the prices you're offering?" Because I wanted to see, like, I wanted to get rid of some of my shoes. And this dude said the cheapest price was $900
what?
for some. I couldn't believe it.
That's insane. That's insane. So tell me, like, what three pairs beaters, kind of like going out, and then a very special occasion. Well, what are you rocking on your collection?
I'm really bad because I try to be like the fair father who wears all his shoes at some point, like no matter how bougie they are. But I do have beaters. So my beaters are my black cats. They look like robbing people shoes. My special occasion shoes right now are my Doc Martens. And trust me, they're not the regular Doc Martens you're thinking. They're like Doc Marten loafers with this little gold band
Oh
at the
yeah,
top.
yeah, yeah. I feel that.
Very bougie,
Yeah.
very bougie. And then what was the last one you said?
Like
These are
very
special
special
occasions.
occasion. Yeah, very special.
Very special. Weirdly enough, I have some Nike Dunk lotteries, and they're not crazy
Okay.
shoes. They're just I'm not a Dunks guy, but these particular shoes are they're just so pristine looking that I don't ever wear them unless like you have to shell out or something. And
Yeah,
you are
yeah.
you what is your collection? Because I have sneakers and weirdly enough Hot Wheels.
Bro, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it pretty real with you. So I got some sneakers in my collection, but I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. I got some what are they called? UAs, bro. Unauthenticated
Don't blame you.
yeah, whatever they're called. So I
Hmm.
got a pair of what I think they're like the Spartan Dunks. Those are pretty cool.
Those are dope. Those are
Yeah.
dope.
My beaters are just my Air Force Ones, bro. Like I used to just the straight white ones. Like I love that
Hmm.
shoe. I used to keep those so clean, and then one day I was just like, oh, fuck it, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
all it takes is one dip in the water, bro, and
yeah, yeah.
it's over.
And then my last pair was my favorite. It was it was some UAs of the Travis Scott highs, like the first ones he did. But I'm bro,
Yeah.
that was still like $380 for that pair of fakes.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. And I showed it to my mate who has the like the legit pair. He got it from
Yeah.
StockX or something for like 2 racks, bro. And he said that you can't really tell a difference. So I'm thinking to myself, like me personally, the way I feel about shoes, one of my old flatmates said it best because he was a bit of a sneakerhead. And he said to me, he's like, bro, shoes are made to be worn. And I was just like, yeah,
Exactly.
like for real.
Exactly, bro. And that's the let me tell you something, bro. In sneaker culture, man, the only thing that pressures you to make these poor financial decisions like me is peer pressure, bro. For some reason, there's like nobody cares if you have UAs. Because I'm not gonna lie, I bought these UA Travis Scott dunks strictly for a photo shoot, and they are better quality than the actual Travis Scott dunks.
For real?
Yeah, they're better quality, dude. Like, cause these ones, it's like suede and then cotton stitching on the outside, and then they use real leather for the swoosh. It's really nice. But the actual Travis Scott, like the real ones, the whole thing was just like synthetic leather, and it looks shit. But what I'm trying to get to, man, is that at the end of the day, bro, nobody cares.
Yeah, for real.
Everybody, they look at the whole fit and they're like, that's a nice fit. It's only like sneakerheads that have like forced themselves into some crazy mentality. They'll be like, is the tongue of his shoe flicking back up
Yeah,
properly?
yeah, dude, straight up, yeah,
Yeah.
100%. So, if you could collab with anyone with the Pambi Collective, yeah, as in like Pambi's doing a collab with someone, who is top top collaboration, like your dream collaboration?
No, that's a question I actually haven't asked myself. That's a good one. I might need a second.
Like, we feeling would it be like a sneaker collaboration with someone, or would it just be like a brand collaboration?
Weirdly enough, dude, I want to keep Pambi away from sneakers. Because the thing is, right, we did a sneaker giveaway,
Right.
but it just felt wrong. Because
Yeah, dude,
I
I
feel like,
remember that.
yeah, I like after I did the giveaway, I felt like I was encouraging like the wrong side of the sneaker market. Because most people that entered the giveaway, they were just or the raffle, they just were, some kids that wanted some cool shoes. And even though the money, I didn't take the money and keep it for myself. It just went straight to the next project. Even though like it was only like $15. If somebody gives you money, you normally think about giving them something back, not just the ticket. So I don't know. I always want to like make people feel like they've got their money's worth. And with sneaker raffles or with the shoe culture in general, you can never really get your money's worth out of a shoe that was made for $15 and you paid $700 for it.
Yeah, man, I completely agree. Doing like raffles and stuff like that can be a slippery slope. And like that's so dope that you learned from that because I feel that's not really what Pambi is. You know what I mean? Like,
Definitely.
yeah, like you were saying, it's more that kind of like luxury brand. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
real cool that you recognize that and sort of just like learn from that. experience. And was that raffle like was it hot? Like, did a lot of people buy tickets?
Bro, it was actually kind of strange because nobody, I'll keep it a buck with you. Nobody cared about it till I was like, hey, we're drawing out the raffle in like 10 minutes. And then all of a sudden, all the tickets sold out.
Yeah. Were you stressing at that point? Because obviously, I mean, like giving away this pair of expensive shoes for like if no one's buying tickets, that's a loss, right?
It kind of, bro, those are the only shoes I've ever paid above retail for. And keep in mind, I finessed the deal, right? So I got these shoes, they sold at the store for 180, 190, right? And I bought these for 250 or maybe even 350. And that's the cheap price because these were going for like 550 or something. And I was like, holy shit. If nobody wins this damn raffle, or if only two people enter this raffle, I'm down like $345 or 200 whatever
Yeah,
dollars.
yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh man. But it's okay. If there's one thing I've learned, especially in business, man, is that if you think about it, money is like a cat, right? If you try to chase the cat, you're never gonna catch it. You gotta have something the cat wants.
Oh, real, real. I
Yeah.
rate that. Okay, so like on this topic of money, I mean, you were mentioning you were making some coin, you splashed out on your shoes. Do you is Palmby like your main job, your main source of income, or
No, man. I'm gonna branch off a little bit. I don't know if I got ADD or what, but I have like this tendency of starting the story here and ending up like way
that's
over
cool.
there. But it all correlates. So I actually when I was in year 13, I ended up getting like all my credits and stuff early. So you know when you're in year 13, school just becomes irrelevant, right? So I ended up trying to fill up my time with something productive. So I went into this big like personal development course. And it was one of those things that once you learn it, you can't unlearn it. So as much as I, like for Pambi to become my only source of income or my main job type of thing, I can't. So I have a retail job. I'd say specifically where, but you know, you know how people are. But yeah, yeah. So I work retail. I do private investing with some of the Pambi guys as well,
Oh,
forex
sick.
trading and all that. Crypto investing, and then Palmby, of course. And then I'm trying to get into, the business of, getting shows and music and stuff like that. But man, it is a lot more effort than just take me back to like 2015, bro, where someone could drop like X, bro. He could drop one song, then all of a sudden overnight he's a millionaire.
Yeah, bro,
Now you got
retire, right?
bro, retired, bro. Now you got contracts and this and that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
oh man,
So,
it's crazy.
you've also done modeling, right?
Yes, very interesting part of my life.
Yeah, like t tell us a little bit about that. Did you, because you modeled for Stolen, right?
Yeah, yeah. That was
How,
one of
how
the
how did that
shows.
come about? Did you get like go through an agency or?
It was actually yeah. So the way I actually got into modeling first, shit, dude, I can't even fully remember. Okay, so the way I got into modeling was I was just like shooting around, playing basketball, whatever, and then there was this girl that happened to know one of my friends, and she was like, "Hey, you'd be really good at this. Would you like to come to, modeling rehearsal or whatever with us?" I was like, sure. And I didn't think that I would be prepared and, picked out to be a model or whatever. But I had like this little voice in my head telling me that like, yo, come prepared either way, because you never know, because success is just a combination of preparation and opportunity, and luck is just a combination of those two. That's what success. So what happened? Long story short, I ended up going to the little modeling rehearsal, whatever. They liked me, they trained me up, and then within like 2, 3 months, I was booked up for shows. Like God was good to me, man. So I did New Zealand Fashion Week, and then from New Zealand Fashion Week, that's how I got noticed by Stolen Girlfriends, and
That's
then it kind of
insane.
just yeah, yeah. No, it was really quick. But the only reason I hopped out of the whole modeling agency or modeling industry was because my agents weren't that great, man. They ended up owing something like 5K to me.
You never got your money?
Bro, I only got money when I talked to the designers directly. Other than that, I never got like I never got enough that it felt worth my time. Either way, I was super grateful because imagine being paid for putting on someone else's clothes. They feed you, they drive you, they wine and dine you. You walk down a runway for like 1, 2 minutes, you come back, you go home with $500. I was living the life. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna
So
lie.
so how long were you doing it for to get that 5K?
Dude, and this is what I'm saying, like God really blessed me. Dude, that was like 3, 4 months. But
Yeah, that's
you have
wild.
you, you have to remember that was like just extreme blessing, bro. Because there were some models there that had been there for years and they were still just getting like one show a year. But
Yeah, yeah.
I think I had a bit of like an advantage because I was like the tall black dude there.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Because there's another friend of ours. He's like an associate of Pambi. His name is Kiki something something. I forgot the rest of his name. But he's
Yeah.
he's a really cool guy. He's a really big model in like Australasia, New Zealand, Australia, like all the Australasian countries. Really, really big model. And if you go on Stolen Girlfriend's page, you see a dark, handsome fellow. That's him. Blonde
Oh,
hair.
yeah.
He's everywhere. Yeah.
Cool. So you guys have tomorrow at the time of recording this, everybody listening, it's the 2nd of February. Yep, that's how ahead of schedule I am. So on 3rd of February, tomorrow, you have a show in Auckland with the Pambi Collective.
Oh yes, sir. Illusion Bar, Club, Nightclub. I don't know. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be active, dude. This is gonna be
Yes.
it's more of this is our introduction to the whole entertainment side of things. Because everybody knows we do music. Me personally don't release music whatsoever. Because my problem is I'm a perfectionist. Raise an established artist, SBVN, or who's known as Thunderboy. Um Flino, he's done work with bigger American artists. We got some real talent in our group, and we hope that we hope we can display our talents tomorrow.
Yeah, dude, that's super exciting. Dude, bro, I really wanted to come, but I I thought it was on Saturday, not
I
the
know.
Friday, and I was like, ah, but
It's
bro,
it's
like,
really ugly that it's on the Friday, and everyone's been saying that like, dude, I thought it was on Saturday. I was like, man, I said this 2 weeks ago.
yeah, fuck, sorry, bro.
Yeah,
And
that's all good.
so is that like you booked out the place, or you just kind of like got it for a few hours? Like, what's the vibe? Like, sell?
I'll tell you one thing. Everything that would normally be in the club is going to be there and more. So we're going to have all of our acts. We're going to have smoke machine, lights, and the floor lights up, bro. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm easily impressed, but the floor got like, it's like a disco floor. So we got that, couple VIP booths available. Um, we got a guest list of something like 150 to 200 people. Our expected turnout is like 4 to 500. So it's going to be active. It's going to be real, real good. And with our music, I know there's a lot of names in the New Zealand, music and rap industry and stuff, but there's not a lot of very differentiated artists. Like you listen to one guy and kind of sounds like a lot of the Aussie artists. I will say there's a couple that I absolutely rock with, like love their music. They just have a very unique sound, like Chase for Maine, Red Slat, Murder for Cal. Shout out them boys. But I will say that like Pambi music, it's gonna sound biased, but Pambi music, I'd say we're one of the most different. Like we have vibes of like African, UK, American, even some Australian um style energy and beats and stuff in our music. Matter of fact, I'm gonna send you some after this.
Yeah, yeah,
And
please
if
do.
you want, you could do a review. I'd love to see a review of
Oh
it.
yeah, yeah, I'll be so down for sure.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, and so I mean, you're talking about the music there, but I mean, you did say previously that you don't release music whatsoever, but hang on a second. I have actually
It's
been on
coming.
your SoundCloud. You're
I
producing
know,
a
I
little
know.
bit, rapping. Talk
Yeah.
us through a little bit of that. Like, is that just something you do for fun or?
So yeah, it's something I've been doing for like a while now. So the way I started into this whole like producing and making music and stuff, I actually used to be one of the heads of music when I went to church with my mom. We were like a small African, or not African, but multicultural church, and some people had stepped out of our worship team, and I was just learning GarageBand. So I took my speakers to church, hooked them up to GarageBand, and I ended up playing like 2, 3 instruments at the same time to like fill in for those guys. And that's kind of like how I learned, timing and all that. And then okay, fast forward a couple years. That's just how I got into it. I've always been like behind the scenes with the guys like making music because these guys are so talented, man. And I have like I have a style of I make the music that you put on in the car when it's just you. You know, we all got songs that is just like okay, this everybody's gonna like this, but this is music just for me, and I love it. But I did lie saying that I don't release music because I have been getting into it. I'm getting a little bit more confident. It's that whole thing of I'm a perfectionist, so when I do something, I wanna do it perfect. But that's not the vision of Pambi. If you want to do something, you got to start with one step.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you caught me
Well,
out.
yeah. What's the name that you release your music under?
I released it as my Instagram name, Nintendo.
Oh yeah. Yeah, what does
Yeah,
that what does that come from? I'm guessing it's like a play on the gaming
yeah.
company.
So
Simple
it's
as
a
that.
play on the gaming company, and it's a play on my name. So the where I got Nintendo from was me and a good friend of mine, Sione. We'd gone over to do this like private modeling thing, and the lady there, Shmood Lola, fantastic lady, beautiful African brand, like everything handmade, like a jeweled dress, bro. The most crazy stuff I've ever seen. But for some reason she kept forgetting my name, and I was like, cool, cool, don't worry about it, don't stress. And she kept calling me Nintendo. Then I was like, oh, my name's Thando. I was like, no, 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 you like to play games, so I'm gonna call you Nintendo. I was like, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, so it's
so,
kind
so
of cool.
yeah, it's kind of cool. So I ended up just keeping that.
Yeah, sick. And
Yeah.
do you produce like have you produced any kind of like big songs with Kid Ray?
Yeah, we've done a couple, but I can't remember all of them. That boy is so talented, man. You give him like some ideas, and then with us, right? It's more. I'll give you a song, or I'll give you some ideas, and they'll take the song, and we all do it to each other's like samples and loops and stuff. They'll take a certain portion of the song that they really like, and they'll flip that into like three, four, five other songs. But a song that I would say that I was directly involved in was "Nice and Undressed." If you ever have the chance to listen to that.
Yeah, we'll give it a
Okay,
listen.
right.
Bro, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I got this new MacBook, right? And it's where I've been editing my videos and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. And I've been having an absolute blast, like editing both on iMovie, GarageBand, and whatnot. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make some rap songs. So I made a couple songs because I'm also playing guitar and I've got this idea
Yeah,
in my
yeah,
head. One day I want to release this kind of like EP where it's like a experimental EP, where you've got like
yeah.
some guitar and like bands and shit, and then you've also just got like
Mm.
some rap music there. So
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna send you one of my songs after this because I'm not even gonna
Please
hold.
do.
I'm not even gonna hold you, bro. Like it's actually pretty fire, but I feel like
Mm,
it could do with some like audio mastering, like the voice.
mm.
So yeah, I'm gonna send that through your way. Who are your top three artists right now?
Bro, I've been listening to like Playboy Cardi since I was like 14. Like, I don't know why, but that dude like shaped my personality. It was Playboy Cardi, Skepta, Travis Scott a little bit, but that was like when he released 90210,
Oh yeah, go.
like
Yeah, yeah.
Nightcrawler, that era. That was like my era right there. And then we got to Astroworld, and that was good, but that's when, Fortnite Travis Scott came in, so that's when
Yeah,
I,
yeah, yeah,
kind of
yeah.
kind of walked away from that. But I'd say my three biggest artists is Playboy Cardi, Skepta, and ASAP Ferg and
Okay.
ASAP Ant. I'm sorry,
Okay.
it's between ASAP Ferg and ASAP Ant.
All
Yeah,
right, all right. So with Playboy Cardi, bro, I used to be real huge on Playboy Cardi, but like I'm gonna be honest with you, what was I think it was Die Lit. I really liked Die Lit
yeah, that was
and
so
just
good.
self-titled as well was real good.
Mm.
A whole lot of Red took me a long time to kind of like give it a go, and
Yeah.
only a few songs from that kind of hit it off for me. But it seems
Mm.
like in the like the Cardi fandom, everybody's sort of on this new wave of Cardi. Like no one really talks about the old Cardi. What
Yeah, yeah.
which one are you messing with a bit more?
The thing is, man, I mess with the old Cardi a bit more because get this right. The old Cardi, that was an aesthetic that everybody could rock. Like I'm not saying there's anything wrong with, our opium boys or the whole lot of red boys, but you can't be seen, 6 a.m. at the Z station dressed like a vampire. But I can't lie, right? I did not like Whole Lotta Red when it first came out. Because when he was like, the whole hype for Whole Lotta Red was coming out, I was bumping self-titled, like the songs Number 9 and all that, Location and Dial It every single day, bro. Like every day. And then Whole Lotta Red drops on Christmas, and I'm like, what in the hell is this? But but the problem with Whole Lotta Red, is that the more you listen to particular songs, it's not the song you listen to, it's how you listen to it.
Yeah, dude.
Because,
Yeah.
dude, Stop Breathing came on at a party, and I was like, oh, this is a whole lot of red. And then everyone was going insane. And then that's when I was like, oh, this isn't like self titled where I can listen to it by myself. You need people to listen to
Yeah,
it.
it's like that rage music. Bro,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what my favorite song from Whole Lotta Red is, and I don't know why, but it just gets me jumping, bro, is Jump Out the House.
Bro! Thanks. I don't know what it is, bro. But I'll be driving like a regular civilian, bro, just living my best life. And then all of a sudden, Jump Out the House comes out, and I feel like I'm like in Fast and Furious 17. Bro,
Yeah, it's like it's
yo,
so bad that it's good almost like, but then it comes to the conversation, well, is it bad then if it is good?
that's the thing. You see, and that's a big conversation even for Pambi, right? Even for Pambi music, is that I'm trying to break, or we're as a collective, we're trying to break the stereotype that like your music has to push some kind of message. Your music has to be lyrical, or not all of us are MLK, bro. We're not all, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole. That's like a one in a generation talent that comes from these people. What we're trying to promote, and even what Cardi's trying to promote, even with his old Satanist agenda right now, he sells an energy with his music. You listen to a Cardi song, I promise you, nobody, no lyricist 50 years from now is gonna be like, ah, yes, jump out that bitch, take my shirt off, and the hoe start breathing. You
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
know what I'm saying?
So what separates Palmby then from everybody else who isn't in that once in a generation?
Like the quality of the sound, even the way we mix our music, it's a very like particular tone. I can compare it to, like, when you listen to a Travis Scott song, right? There's plenty of artists like Travis Scott, and there's plenty of artists that are even like trying to imitate Cardi. Like I'd say Kucha is, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but you know who I'm talking about. But some of these artists have a very particular sound that you always know it's them. And all of us, all Palm Beach artists, we all have our own particular sound. And right now we're working on finding our niche. Because once you find our niche, that's when I hope that doors will open for us, and maybe we'll become the next ASAP Mob, or not become the next ASAP Mob. We'll become the Palm we envision us to
Yeah,
be.
yeah.
Yeah,
So who do you think, like, right now, who's your kind of target market?
dude, you. I'm telling you, dude. Anyone who's willing to go out and make a name for themselves, not because mom and dad said, "Hey, you should be doing this," but they're doing something because it fulfills a particular purpose in their life. It makes them happy, genuinely happy to do it for advertising to them. Because
Yeah,
our
yeah.
entire group, bro, is filled. I wouldn't say dropouts because most of us are still in uni. It's filled with a bunch of people that decided to go against the grain, go against the norm, and just follow what makes their heart happy instead of what makes their pockets happy.
Yeah, Brian, let me say something to you on that. Like, I completely disagree when you say dropouts, because I feel that it just has such a negative
Yeah,
connotation. Because, like, when someone hears the word dropout, they think of a loser, a bum, someone who doesn't do anything. But
and it's not right.
it's a bunch of young guys with big aspirations that are inspiring other people through
That's what I'm
their
saying.
craft to go do amazing things. Like, so I have a lot of respect for you and the Palmby crew, because I feel more people need to talk about and learn about that. There's more to life,
Bro,
and
there's more to life than, yeah. Bro, you know what it is, man? I'm sorry to cut you off, brother, but I get so passionate about this because this is like an argument I had with my parents, like on like a weekly basis, bro. There's more to life than, like, because the thing is, people, the schooling system, right? And the way we're raised and the way even media is presented to us is that life is a straight arrow, right? You go to kindy, go to preschool, go to school, go to uni, get a good degree, get a medium paying job, you get you a wife, and then you continue and that's your life, right? Dude, life isn't meant to be like that. Especially if you've gone to other countries, bro. People I'm not saying like just in the rap industry, people will hit like 17 and all of a sudden this dude climbed a mountain. This dude, he walked around the entire city. Life is something for us to gather as many experiences as possible. And the thing is, the way our culture is now is that we get like so trapped in, if you're not doing this, you're not good. Like who's to say, bro? Let's compare the current market right now, right? We'll be real. Imagine being the dude who chose to do a 5-year degree in whatever compared to being a tradie pre-COVID, right? Because we always had to preach to us that, like, if you drop out and become a tradie, you're a dummy. If you go continue with school and go to uni, you're smart, right?
Yeah.
Tradies during 2018, 2019, or 2019, 2020, bro, they were one of the highest paid industries ever. And, if we followed that straight path, we would have never got to experience that.
Bro,
And
that
like you're
wasn't
saying,
so
go on,
sorry.
go on, go on, go
Yeah,
on.
I'll just quickly jump in there. That's something as well, kind of when I was growing up as well, that same thing, like, oh, if you drop out of school, go be a tradie, but stay in school and then
Yeah, yeah,
go to uni and all this stuff. But
yeah, yeah.
as I grow older, I feel like the narrative shifted almost because the way the world changes, it's like learning a valuable skill that you can actually use to
Mm,
put food on your table is not something that should be regarded as lazy or a dropout. You know what I mean?
definitely, definitely, dude. I mean, think about it this way, man. Life, in essence, is just born. Oh, you get born, right? You're birthed into the world. You survive. You eat. You sleep. You die, right? That is what life is at its essence. Dash and reproduction and all that. People forget that we're literally like, we're animals on this earth here to experience earth, right? We're here to experience life. Bro, who said that I gotta be giving away 50 hours of my life a week just to be able to afford some bread, eggs, and milk just to do it all over again the next week? You
Yeah,
know what
bro.
I'm
Yeah, yeah.
saying?
I feel you. It's something I think about a lot as well. And I had a phone call from one of my friends the other day. He calls me up and he was like, "Hey Vlad, like why are you doing your podcast? Like why are you
Mm,
making these videos? Like what's the purpose you do?" And bro, like I'm gonna be honest with you, kind of stumped me a little bit, you know. I thought, is there some
mm.
kind of like deeper purpose to everybody else who is consuming my content? But the truth of it, bro, is just like it makes me happy. It's what
It makes me
makes
happy. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it makes me feel fulfilled. I'm gonna do it
Mm,
regardless if people are watching it, and I
yeah.
know that for someone like you, it's an enjoyable thing to do to jump on something like this. So
Mm.
that's why I do what I do. So why do you do what you do?
Just like you, my man, it makes me happy. It brings me fulfillment. There's a certain joy that comes from doing something that you want to do, and in comparison to something that you have to do that no one else can explain. Because like I can never explain to you why I've been pouring in thousands of dollars, or why you've been pouring in thousands of hours and thousands of dollars into your equipment for your podcast, this and that and that. And then some people will come along and be like, bro, T, you only have like 5 listens on your song. That doesn't matter to us. It's all about the experience of getting to create the music, meeting with these people, doing the podcast with Vlad, I'm a part of your journey, you're a part of mine. These are the things that like mean most to me. And that's why I do it. I know some other people do it, be like, hey, I need money to do this and that. And to me, it just brings me fulfillment.
Yeah,
It,
dude,
it makes
100.
me happy.
Yeah, 100% I agree with you. And for me as well, it's like I know, like I'm doing this every single week, at least one episode. I'm now doing 3 episodes a week, and I do it because I love it and I enjoy it. And it's kind of like I know that at some point there is no way that it will not pay off at some point.
Exactly.
All these dreams that I visualize will become a
Mm.
reality, because the truth of it is that because I'm doing something that I love right now today and is fulfilling me, it's already happened in the future. It's just waiting to be shown
Bro,
to me in
bro,
reality.
a crazy theory right now is that it's not even a sidetrack. Is that the past, the present, and the future are all happening right now,
I
but your
completely agree.
decisions in the present determine what your future right now is looking like. But dash all that, dash all that. The fact that you're doing that, bro, speaks volumes. And this is why I say, like, I'm not a big law of attraction dude, but I do believe in, say you don't believe in like spiritualism or law of attraction, all that, but you have to believe in gravity, right? Or physics. I won't even go into the whole like science or whatever I'm talking about, but we'll talk about dreams, right? Say you're banging on a table, your dream is an apple on the other side of the table. If you bang at that table, eventually that apple is gonna come to you. But if you only bang on that table like once a week, it's gonna come to you quite slow. If you bang at that table 3 times a week, it's gonna come to you, 3 times as fast. Now, if you put all your effort and you're constantly banging on this table, before you know it, your dream's gonna be there like that. And like that follows into this other word I was told. I don't even know who told me this, bro. But it had to be someone old, because this is like a gem. It was like you can never say the wrong thing to the right person, and you can never say the right thing to the wrong person. Like it sounds like a simple statement, but think about it this way: it's all about like finding your niche, bro. Like if you're happy with what you're doing, and I'm happy with what I'm doing, and it brings me fulfillment. It only takes one conversation with one right person, and boom, your life has
Yeah, dude. Let me tell you something. So I caught up with this guy in Wellington who was, he's kind of in the whole like entertainment space, very well connected. So I caught up with him a few times. Went I went to his studio, and like we